Hello, viewers, welcome to Mr.Who Views. And today, doing Static Shock Power Outage. And yeah, this is the very last episode of Static Shock, and I'm gonna say right now it's kind of good, you know. And yeah, it starts off with Rosal's sister Daisy giving out, not Daisy, Stern, uh, giving out something off doing the chores. Luckily, Rosal and Stern's dad comes in and saves Rose by asking him to fix his razor. And luckily, Rose is able to do it. And yeah, later on in school, Daisy and Frida are going out to have Rose and Richie not helping out with the trash pickup or something. And strangely, Daisy said the same thing that Frida said to Virgil. Oh, Frida. I'm not in the right place. And here's another good scene where they hear the explosion, and Daisy and Frida knows that Virgil and Richie usually disappear when Static and Gear show up, and yeah, they're taking some, but then they just dismiss it. The entire explosion was caused by Kangor and Ferret, and yeah, Static and Gear they just take care of them because they're robbing a bank or something. But it turned Static with Kangor. He starts glowing and falling to the ground. And later on, when Gear shows up, Kangor's feet get smaller. And when Ferret tells Yvonne that he starts glowing and falling around, well, his nose goes normal. Yeah, later on, this uh, the scientist, Dr. Todd, who was in the episode with um, Aqua Maria, said that the government sanctioned a cure for the Bang Baby problem for weeks. And yeah, the interviewer does ask Dr. Todd, uh, don't they don't they think that the Band-Aids have a right to keep their powers? And Dr. Todd said there are some exceptions, but Band-Aids are a menace. And then it goes in with Rosalie's dad, with Rosalie's dad asking him what he thinks of this, and yeah, Rosalie's all for being normal again, but they might miss being a hero even if there are no band babies. I will say he's taking it better than Richie is. He's just at the command shack or command gas station and hit his head off the table. And Virgil reveals that he's been feeling his powers going away for weeks. Yeah, they go out to see Dr. Todd, see how long they got. But Avon and his crew uh, barge in and try to get the good doctor to give him whatever left of the big bad baby gas he has left, and just threatens his lab assistant with a shiv. And yeah, that's when the Static uh, shows up, and yeah, Static able to get some electricity going, but the hot streak is starting to mess up a light. And during the fight, Talon is threatening normal, and when Avon trying to escape, having trouble keeping his portal open. I'll have to bring a Talon to the hospital, and yeah, they say her real name is, but I can't even remember, so it's become her Talon. She reveals that Avon's plan is to do a Big Bang 2, Medieval Boogaloo. Hmm. And yeah, they're trying to find where Avon is holding his little shindig, and he has to kidnap that Talon before he has to. Does anyone get to see what Avon looks like normal? He does look like a street thug. I just thought everybody there once said they had their power, they go and have their power back. If they agree that he's in charge. And you had Talon's talking back to him after he escapes the hot streak, and after hot streak saying that Talon's right when saying that people have been a nothing before, and he's going back to being nothing now. Yeah, they're go into more of that, but later on, but then Dalek and Gear able to find where they are. That's Gear picking up like some police messages though. Some mediums heading to the docks. I always apart when Dalek and Gear were finding hard to fly because their powers are gone. Yeah. And you know, it's always able to get the Big Bang Baby canister gas or canister away from even using magnetism. And you know, from around the ship, and yeah, they went up in a dead end. And Hotwick does take the canister, and everyone's saying to come back for them whenever power, but Hotwick runs away with the canister. That was they leave Static and Gear where they are, while Yvonne hits other mediums to try and find them, but then gets like Dave using the security cameras. Yeah, turn out Hotstreak wants to be in charge. Yeah, he even Yvonne having that arguing all through the episode. Yeah, they do accidentally set the gas off, and Talon does let Saturn Gear out, but they get dosed with the gas and somehow get their powers back. I don't know why they don't get new powers. Yeah, they find out that Eve on a hot streak of uh, breathe in a lot of the gas that he combined as a two-head fire kaiju that can open portals from his stomach. And that actually picked up a few new tricks with his power back. And he's able to defeat the two by sinking the boat. Who I got the Anders and water like a swirl and a flame inside it. So yeah. And even though there's no sign of the combined version of the two, Silent Gear do suspect that they'll show up sooner or later, and Gear saying that he's gonna come up with a cure for the cure in case the Dr. Todd's cure works on him again. And that's what I ends with Stark saying to Gear that they can't get rid of him that easy. They fist bump, and then so the moon turns into a static symbol. And I think it's a good, fun episode. I just wonder, like I know they said that Ebon and Hosrick combined because they sucked up too much gas, but uh, I don't know, and they're just guessing that some of the other mediums are there probably got a whiff of the gas too, and I thought that Adam would got that they get a little bit when she was looking through the door that Ebon and Hosrick were behind when the gas set off, but I guess it didn't affect her that much since they get that much. And I do kind of wish they would have shown what Batman would think about not having his powers. I guess the actor wasn't available for recording or didn't they think about it, but you know. And yeah, I would have thought that Richie and Virgil would think something was going on when Richie got a B plus, B minus or something. Is it one of the school tests? Hmm. You know. And I think that Dr. Todd sort of expected some band babies like Ebon and that come to get him once he talked about the cure on TV. You gotta have some angry men humans, and even Richard was angry, thinking it was unfair that they give them the cure, even though they're the good guys probably still want their powers, but uh, you know. And yeah, I will say I think the entire series Satisfactory was great. I think the first two were a bit better than seasons 3 and 4, but I think season 3 and 4 had some a good episode and a lot of good voice actors. Phil Maher has to be one of my favorites. And I listened to I know they got to be a hot streak. Had some other voiceover roles like Montana Max in the Tiny Toons, Jack Spicer in Sound and Showdown, and later on Raphael in the 2012 Turtles series. But I think he was great in this, and in the episode where he and Sadika are chained together, to do give him a bit of a backstory and character development. So I think that's a good. I do hope that the comic book this was based on was as good or better as this, and the revival is as good. Like the revival of the comic book is as good or better than this, because I think Static is a great character, and I know some people had a problem making Richie again making Richie power, but I think they just want to give Static a partner without introducing a new character, but hmm. Yeah, the crossovers with the other DC heroes were pretty good as well. But I'd say that's probably one one of the problems. Once they had the crossovers, they probably had to change what the show was about a little, but ugh, I don't know. And next time I'll be reviewing the Zeta Project series, but I think I'm taking a break for a while from the DC AU from the 90s and early 2000s. Well, we'll be doing that at some point this year. I just wanted to like, comment, subscribe, and to share this video and any other of my videos I watch with whoever you want. And never check my community tab to inform people when my videos are up, and check out some of my or yeah check out some of my polls. You can vote in them if you want, but if you don't want to, that's okay. Yeah, that's it. See you guys later.